All right, good to see everybody. So we just had our a walkthrough out there. It was good. We had 2 sessions of it. So we had about 35 minutes for the first one and then another 30 or so for the second one. Special teams was included there. And I thought it was good work, getting guys wired back in, getting them used to the time. They had the day off yesterday and getting their bodies right for the Sunday game. So, and tomorrow will be normal Thursday for us. So we'll work on first, second, and third down. We'll be in shells, and then work into our Friday red zone practice into our Saturday walkthrough. In terms of the injuries, you guys have seen that 9 Brisker, 96, right, and then 32 Smitty. Pickens and Smitty didn't travel, and they have been ruled out for the game. And then the other thing that we have to make estimations for the other guys that were in the walkthrough. So 6 Gordon is dealing with a little bit of a heel bruise, but he's working through that. He would be listed as limited, and then 76 Tevin has an ankle from the game. You guys saw that he left the game, but he'll be listed as limited, and we'll see where he is tomorrow. And that's it. So excited about the game. Just wanted to thank the staff and everybody for all the logistics and getting everybody over here and all the preparation it takes to bring a whole football team over here. So just my kudos to them. And then the fans, excited to see all the Chicago Bears fans that are over here for the game. I know they'll be loud and be representing over here in London. So with that, I'll take questions.
Can you tell us a little bit about just the setup here, the practice grounds you have out there, what that was like, and facility here as far as what you're doing as far as meetings and things like that?
Yeah, it's been really good. We started off really a normal Wednesday. We had to back it up a little bit because of the arrival time and all that, which was fine. And normal team meeting, went through our keys to victory on offense, defense, and kicking as a football team. And then had our position meetings, great. The setup's great there, plenty of space inside the hotel. And then our normal walkthrough session, normal times that we did, we executed that. And then we had the second walkthrough really just to execute our practice that we normally have on Wednesday. And that was what the second walkthrough was. But this is a great facility. People are super nice, really accommodating to all of our needs that we have, and have done a really nice job here. Yeah, the season is we're growing as a football team. That's what I see from the first game till now. We're learning and finding our formula for winning, and I think that's an important thing to do early in the season. And the guys are really starting to gel together. They've always been close, but now they're really communicating well, being attention to detail in the walkthrough reps, in practice, and it's showing in the games. With the rookies, yeah, the rookies are doing a good job. Our first 2 picks are starting to gel together, quarterback and receiver, and it's going to be fun to watch them grow as the season goes.
Matt, when you have a player like Jaquan now who's had multiple concussions do you have to be extra cautious or give that any extra time just for concern of well-being of him as a game?
Yeah, we always talk to all of our players, and I've taught this way of tackling that we tackle since '95, and so it's the hamstring tackling with your shoulders. It's a low tackle, and that's what he was executing on that play. And it just happened to he had a shoulder in there, and just went helmet to helmet, somehow. But you're always concerned, for Jaquan and. Making sure that I said my prayers and I talked to him about that, but he's done a good job of keeping his head out of the game, and that was an unfortunate incident on that play.
Now, do you see poise in Caleb that maybe goes beyond his age when you think about his college career, and now he's in the NFL? It's not the same, but he's in the spotlight, and then this week you guys are playing in a kind of standalone game overseas.
Yeah, I do, and I think I maybe commented before on it, is that, where he's been, in terms of being in the spotlight, at Oklahoma, then USC, winning the Heisman, having some adversity at the end of that tenure there, and then, being the first pick, all those things prepared him for where he is now. And I've always said that he's comfortable in his own skin, And he's a willing learner, and he wants to learn and wants to get better and wants to learn from everybody, not just the coaches, but the players. And he wants to learn the people around him too. And he's done a really good job of having his support people around him, even through college and then even now. And I think that's helped him and prepared him to be in a good spot.
What did you like done so far? Did you and the team have time for some sightseeing, or was it just praying so far?
I have not sightseed. I know the players had yesterday off, but I was game planning from 6 in the morning until 10, so I didn't get much time for that. But it was a good time hanging out with the coaches like I always do on that day. So it was good.
Matt, you know, 10 years ago when you were here at the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But is there anything you took from that experience as you kind of been preparing for this?
Yeah, it's a little different because we were downtown, so you had all the families there. It was more stuff going on because of the city and the families being in the hotel with you. And this is more isolated, and I think it's going to be good for our preparation. So that's the biggest difference. But had a good time on the last time we came out, and so this has been good. You get to get a bunch of good time with the players and the other coaches, and the meeting time's been good too.
I'll throw two at you. There's a lot of UK fans here. You've got a big support in the UK for the Bears. But for people without a team that are new to the sport and looking for a team to support, why should they support the Bears?
Well, they'd be part of the best fan base in the world if they joined the Chicago Bear fan base. So that's number one. And we're a team on the rise. So I think it's a good time to be a Bear fan and join us.
And if you were choosing where next to have an international game, anywhere in the world, your choice.
London. London.
Oh, good man.
There you go.
Sorry, can I just follow on from that question?
Yeah.
Obviously, with the history of the Bears, great fan base. Obviously, we know historically the Bears are renowned for a fantastic defense. Like Super Bowl. We know about 06. I spoke to Charles Tillman yesterday, and that NFC title game. It feels like the Bears are getting back to that. You haven't given up more than 20 points since the game in December last year against the Lions. So where do you sort of assess the Bears unit in general and how they performed in the first half of the season?
Yeah, the guys on defense have performed well. It's a really good group that we have. Every group's different every single year. They're very close. They communicate well, and they've been executing well. But there's always things that we can get better at every single game, and we're trying to do that. That's what we're trying to do. Just like the rest of our football team, we're just trying to get better, offense, defense, and kicking as we go. But we got a lot of guys that pay attention to detail, and we have a lot of good players. I mean, there's some good players on that defense, and that can make some big time plays. And so the guys are doing that and playing well together.
Matt, could you adapt and wrap your head around the idea of doing this every year, of this being built into your schedule every year playing international league?
Yeah, I think that's eventually going to happen. I just think you got to be ahead of it and making sure you know where your team is based on where the season is, where it falls. I think that's an important part of it. And having a good team around you, in terms of the staff, being able to organize it and make it easy and seamless for your players. That's the most important thing. They perform and make it seamless for those guys.
Is Elijah Hicks the next man up?
Yeah. Elijah's done a really good job for us in the past. He's been in our system, so we trust him, know him. He knows the system well, so he's excited about the opportunity.
How have you seen him get better? First
Yeah, just the continuity, him understanding, working with the other players, and him having time on task and the exposures and experience that he's gotten over the last 2.5 years, and I think that he really knows it. And I really start to see him really focusing on good technique, good fundamentals. I think sometimes when you're a rookie, you're a little bit hurried, you're a little bit, ahead of it in terms of your RPMs going too fast. And I think he's got his body under control, understands leverage points, and understands how to really do a good job with leverage points in the back end of that.
Two more.
Really effective from the pocket. Before the offensive line changes and then after, how have you seen that get even better after moving some pieces?
Yeah, it's just, when you're firm in the pocket, you can really do a good job of, keeping your eyes downfield. And really stay in your progressions. I think we had a third down last week where he really progressed all the way through, and we didn't, convert that particular one, but he did a really good job of progressing through that. And that was a really good moment. But the only reason he can do that is because of the firmness of the pocket. And that's on all sides, right? That's the middle three. That's the outside two. And if they're getting help or not, it still has to be firm. But the guys have done a good job with that as of late.
Sorry, Matt, you just asked about Javon Dexter. It was about how coming back to season that he'd be able to take that kind of next step with the defensive tackle position there. And it seems to this year have really come in, he was talking about his body really ready, came back ready to go. And stats-wise, he's really doing so well so far this season. Can you just talk about how he's doing and maybe he's even goes a player?
Yeah, he's done really well for us, and really it's about the work ethic. Obviously you see how big Javon is and all those things, and athletic and all that, but to me it's about the work he's put in. He's put his body and his mind, in terms of a toughness level and a focus level that's been unmatched that I've seen. He's really worked himself into the position he's in. So his execution and his production is really no surprise to me this far in the year. And I really believe that he's going to take some bigger strides here coming forward because he continues to work with great determination every single day.